Jermaine, back with another video, back with another live stream. We live right now. Come hang out, come chat. I'm just having coffee right now for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go got the apps on, do like Uber Eats and DoorDash for, I don't know, maybe a couple hours, right? And then I'll probably go back home and make some food. And then from there, I'll probably go check out some of the Fleet Week stuff. But who knows? It might not go in that exact order. I might check out some of the Fleet Week stuff now because I see some Teslas over here. It looks like you can test drive those. And I would love to drive a Cybertruck, you know? So, I don't know. It was my day. I thought I would hang out and stream for a little bit. I have some coffee going on right here. And I always love to, chat and talk with y'all. Whenever I stream, you guys always bounce ideas off, right? So come on, let's talk, let's chat. Let's have a great day. Let's have a great day. Government shutdown, deflects, doesn't. It's like a plane flying up, talking about the government shutdown. Yeah, this is a pretty popular weekend in the city because of Fleet Week. Tons of people. I didn't know if it was actually going to go down because of the whole government shutdown, but I guess it's still going on. Yeah, people say it's not as big as it was last year, but it's still going on. I mean, it's great for the small businesses. It definitely brings a lot of people to the city. Great for hotels and stuff like that. So how are y'all doing? How is everybody today? How is everyone? Happy Saturday. Saturday is going to be a fun day. Looks like it's going to be warm. It's going to be slightly cooler than yesterday. So I'm a little bummed about that, but oh well. If y'all are watching the chat, give Jermaine a thumbs up in the chat right now. Do it. Give your homeboy Jermaine a thumbs up. Anyone doing anything exciting today? Where are y'all watching from? Is my next question. Alex. Yeah, so I am out early, bro. I just really want to get coffee. Let me tell you something, dude. This is crazy. You know how this whole Starbucks drama happened? How Starbucks is closing all these stores, right? Now, up until I heard about that, I haven't had no Starbucks coffee in so long. For real, I haven't had no Starbucks coffee, right? Right when they started talking about all the store closures and I came out and make that video, bro, I've been drinking coffee every day. And usually I don't drink it in the mornings. Usually I drink it in the afternoons, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoons, I'll have Starbucks. But then it's also dope to go to Starbucks in the afternoon because in the afternoon it's dead. When you come to deliveries, it's not much going on in the whole delivery world. And then it's also it is a good time to go inside and chill, charge up your phone, rest the bike. But yeah, it's not as popular as it is. But one thing I did notice last night, so check this out, all over the city, they've been closing a lot of Starbucks, right? And it used to be Starbucks across the street from each other. At a lot of intersections, not a lot, but a handful of intersections. It'll be a Starbucks outside, and then across the street is a grocery store, and then it's a Starbucks in the grocery store. But then also downtown was the same way, where it would be a Starbucks at this intersection, and then just right down the street is another one. Well, the reason why it was so many in the same area like that is because early in the morning when people trying to get coffee, if one Starbucks is too busy, they're just not gonna wait. Right? So they need multiple locations. So now they're closing a lot of them because people don't live in the city like they used to. And also, I don't know, the work from home thing. If you're working from home, you can just make some coffee at home, right? Coffee, I usually like to get coffee when I'm out on the go. But if I'm gonna stay at home, I'm probably just gonna make something. I'm not gonna have coffee delivered to me. And yeah, it's expensive. And also with California, you gotta think about something. It's that $20 hour minimum wage. Yeah, that might be the big elephant in the room. That's a lot of money, bro. So you gotta think when you go, cause some locations in the city you would go there and there would be like 7 people working there. 7 people working there at one time, right? To pay them wages, you gotta have a lot of money coming through them doors, you know. And then you still gotta like pay for other stuff. You gotta pay rent, you gotta pay insurance. You know, it's a lot of bills to run a coffee shop. So that $20 hour minimum wage was like, I think that was kind of a slap in the face. And what a lot of corporations, what they wanted to do is they wanted to close down right when California passed that law. Because I think that was last year that California passed that law, the $20 an hour minimum wage. But companies don't want to close right after they pass that, right? Because if you close right after, then it looks like, oh, you're just closing because of the $20 hour minimum wage. So if you wait like a year or a year and a half afterwards, now people ain't thinking about the $20 hour minimum wage no more. You know? So I think that has something to do with it too. Crazy how Dunkin' blew back. I remember when it was Dunkin' closing down 10 years ago. Oh yeah, man, Dunkin' definitely made its comeback. Yes, it did. You know, coffee and donuts early in the morning. That's not a bad combination though, coffee and donuts. Who is listening to those songs? To be honest, everyone I go to Starbucks, the workers have the worst attitude. A lot of times we're those. Oh, well, Starbucks, yeah. Starbucks is quite woke, for sure. It is definitely a very woke coffee shop, to be honest. I mean, honestly, Starbucks probably has to be like, probably the wokest business. Like, for the most part. Like, the wokest business that people that majority of people have access to. Like, it's pretty damn woke. Like, whenever I go to Starbucks, the people I see working there are not all the time, but a lot of times they're quite on the edgier side. You know, piercings, tattoos, different hair colors. You know, overweight, like just, you know, very leftist. Like everything that says leftist, you know, is Starbucks. Every time I go, I just drop my phone. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how it works like that. Like Target is not like that, you know. But Target also went the other way, you know. I don't think Target was like so woke to begin with. I think they just jumped on the bandwagon a couple of years ago, and then now they just jumped on this new conservative bandwagon. You know, just like all the tech companies did. I mean, you gotta jump on the new bandwagon, right? Kevin Black. Folks get weird looks at Starbucks too. Starbucks. I'm definitely not used to streaming at this hour. You know, my people are used to seeing me stream later. But I also like to stream at different times so I can just attract, you know, different people, you know, different times. Because what if you're working at night, you know? You're probably always gonna miss. Hey, Alex, is it raining over there? Are you going out? You gonna go out and work tonight? It's definitely not. It is bright and sunny today. Well, for now. The winds will pick up later. It's not too windy right now. But yeah, definitely the winds will pick up a little bit later. Nah, see how YouTube is unbanning people like Andrew Tate at anyone else like-minded thoughts? YouTube unbanned Andrew Tate? Are you serious? That don't even sound real. I mean, for real, that don't even sound real, bro. They unbanned him? For real? Let's see. Well, if they unban him, when I type in his name, his page don't come up. But they could have unbanned him, and maybe he took all of his content down or whatever, or maybe they unban him and he's just like, oh yeah, I don't want to use the platform. I don't know, you know how he is. Yeah, Andrew Tate's a trip. Andrew Tate is a trip. But what do you think about Candace Owens, bro? What do you think about Candace Owens? Because I was thinking about something with Candace Owens the other day. I said, wow. Listen to Candace Owens. She is going, if y'all don't know about Candace Owens, she is a black conservative woman. Okay. And I didn't like her like 2 years ago. Like I didn't. I was just like, nah. She just don't like black people. You just, kissing ass for white people for the most part. So I didn't really like Candace Owens, right? And then, I don't know, when she started talking about Michael Jackson, that was kind of when and then she was talking about Kanye and how, like, the Israelis and how they got the power in the U.S. Well, I was kind of like, okay, I don't agree with you on a lot of things, but, like, I'll hear you out, right? And then now, if you see Candace Owens, because, like, I actually follow her online, which I don't watch, like, all of her content. I definitely don't. I'll tune in every once in a while, depending on what it is, because she does have some good takes on certain things, which I'm definitely, I do not agree with everything that she is saying, because she's coming out hard talking about, like, Netanyahu and Israel and all that. But it's just something I've kind of noticed with her. Her streams are literally off the chain, okay? When I mean her streams are off the chain, I mean the viewership. When I look at the amount of people watching, I'm blown away. I'm like, wow, bro, that many people are watching? And then after her stream is uploaded, within like a couple hours, it's already at over 1 million views. And it's like, bro, that's gnarly, dude. That's gnarly. Like, you got a lot of eyeballs watching you. And then, what is she talking about? She's talking about all this anti-Israel stuff, which I thought you couldn't talk about anti-Israel stuff. But she's doing it. Remember when Kanye West did it? Kanye West was talking crap and, like, his bank accounts got cut off. He had to sell his companies. Like all of these things happened, right? And I'm thinking, Candace is crazy. Okay, like, wow, you can't be doing this, right? And then now she's just, some of the things that she is accusing some of these people in this small country in the Middle East of, it's just like, bro, I don't even know what to, like I don't know, like, are you just making this up now for views, or is this actually real? But then I kind of really sat around and thought, you know how Candace can get away with this? You know how she can sit around all day and get away with this? I think people are listening to her, but I don't think people are for real paying her like 100% attention, okay? Because, like, I'm listening to her, but, like, am I really paying her any attention? Like, not really, okay? I think she can get away with this because she's a black woman. Bottom line. She's a black woman. And I think that most people probably still don't take her serious. Okay? They probably still don't take her serious. Yeah. She's been kicked off of everything. Right? Not kicked off. Well, no, she's been kicked off and then, demonetized and then got monetization back. Which is kind of insane. Like, I don't know. She has just gotten a lot of power, I've noticed. Just ever since she got kicked off the Daily Wire, her power and her influence has just did nothing but just go up. And it's just crazy to see that. It's crazy to see that. Like, how do you keep getting away with this? I just feel like if, what they did to Kanye was to start talking about certain things, and you don't really hear about Kanye anymore. You don't even see people wearing Yeezys anymore, right? But Candace is a trip. She is a whole nother beast, bro. Like, she is. And man, the woman she's out there. Like, bottom line, she's out there. They call her Crazy Candace. I see why, cause she sound crazy, man. I saw you one time on Hate a few years back riding your bike. I was visiting, was gonna say something, but you were mobbing around. Oh yeah, that happens. I be mobbing, yo. I be mobbing. It's fun to mob in the city. It is. It is fun to mob in the city. You know, I was also thinking about Candace Owens too. Believe it or not, AOC would be a great left Democrat candidate, right? Now, Candace, of course, could never run for president because of all of the things that she said. Like, she's done. You know, she's not done, but she's kind of done because I don't think no party would accept her at all. Okay, just because she said a lot of things that, some of the things that she said, you can't be president, right? Or in previous times you couldn't. But wouldn't it be amazing if Candace Owens and AOC was going back and forth like for the presidential candidate? Who you think would win if Candace Owens was going against AOC? Now, of course, if y'all don't know much about politics, like Candace Owens could never run. Like she couldn't. Like, nah, she couldn't. But if she could, if she never crossed those lines, that'd be funny. So he was blocked again. Oh, he was blocked again. Hey Jermaine, what are your thoughts on the new Meta Ray-Ban display glasses? The Meta Ray-Ban display glasses, I think they're good for like some people. It's definitely not a product I think I would be in line for. Yeah, it's just I kind of like the regular Metas. Like I really like the regular Metas even more. This second generation, I like those more than the first, just because it has better battery life. And these get 4 hours of battery life, and those get 8 hours battery life, and then the cameras are better. I'm way more excited about just the regular new Ray-Bans versus the Meta displays. But also, I haven't tried them. Okay. And I think this is a product that most people would have to try to figure out if they like it or not. So when you ask me what do I think about them, I'm kind of giving you like, I'm just not really giving you an honest view because I never really experienced them, you know? So I don't know. I never would, yeah, I'm just a big fan of the regular Metas. But maybe I have to go try them out. We don't have a Meta store in San Francisco. Maybe, I'm pretty sure there's one somewhere in the Bay Area. There has to be someone Bay Area around here. How do you feel about Charlie Clark? So the thing about Charlie Clark is I didn't like the guy because I'm just gonna give you this breakdown. I didn't like the guy because his tone of voice, the tone that he used, was a tone of voice that it's not for my ears to hear, basically, right? The way he would talk, right? You know, like that kind of remind me of Andrew Tate, right? Not really someone I want to follow. He is very right wing. He's very conservative. He's very very pro-white, right? I've never ever heard him say anything negative about white people. I've heard him say lots of negative things about other races of people, right? I heard him say horrible things about Beyonce, right? You know, I've just heard him say a lot of bad things about black people, right? So, yeah, didn't really like the guy, right? But on the flip side, I don't think that it's okay to go kill someone just because they, you know, I don't agree with that. Like that, I was upset when he got shot. I was like, that's messed up. Like, even though I don't like the guy, right? I still don't deserve that he should be shot, okay? Once again, I didn't like the guy, but I don't think he should be shot, okay? And I'm not like someone that's gonna go around and parade someone's death. Like, no, I don't do stuff like that. Like, I think that's just very low. You know, you parade someone's death. And that's just kind of how I feel about it. Like, once again, I don't like the guy, but the guy was exercising his First Amendment right. And if you talk to any of these leftists, they want to use their First Amendment right. And they want to protest for things that they believe in. And it might be things that everyone else don't believe in. And that's the same thing with Charlie Clark. Like, he was promoting a lot of things that everybody don't agree with. Just like Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate promotes a lot of things that everyone don't agree with, all right? But then on the flip side, if you believe in free speech, if you believe in people should have an opinion to express themselves, you should see that from all angles, okay? If you're a leftist with blue hair and a lot of piercings, and you want to tell everyone you should be atheists, and if you want to have your atheist protests, right, where you guys walk through the streets of San Francisco and you scream atheism, well, you should be able to have that, right to preach atheism, right? But you can't get mad at these other Christian people over here that are going to church, right? Because they're exercising their free will right too. So that's just kind of how I feel about it, if you believe in free rights, like if you believe in free speech, like let people be free about it. I mean, don't mock someone when they die or they get freaking publicly executed on stage in front of everyone. Like, that's bad to see. That's so bad to see. Like, I don't know if y'all actually saw the video on Twitter, but I saw the actual video on Twitter. I saw it first, and then I saw all the other videos of it being covered up, and I was like, dang, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I heard some music. I hear music. It's either coming from that restaurant or it's a speaker in the ground. I think it's coming from that restaurant. I think it's like the wind. It's so low I can hear it. Like, it can drift over here. It is so still out right now. Oh my gosh, it's so still. It's not windy, Thoughts on crypto market crash? Crypto market crash. I think that it happens. Cryptocurrency, it goes up and down. I don't think it's a crash. Like, it's not like Bitcoin dropped like 30% or something, or 20%. Yeah, I think the market is probably freaking out because of the government shutdown. The market might be freaking out about that. This government shutdown might be pretty bad, actually. But I'll tell y'all something that's crazy. If you go on Robinhood, you can bet on the government shutdown. How freaking insane is that? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go on Robinhood and there's dates, right? And you can bet, do you believe the government shutdown is going to be 20 days? Do you believe the government shutdown is going to be 10 days? Like, you can bet money on it. And if you are right, like, you can make money off of the government being shut down. Or you can lose money off of it. Just waiting for the time when we can control our devices by using our thoughts. If implants become a thing, if possible. I don't know. That's crazy. Neuralink, Elon Musk is working on that. He didn't have the right. About his security. So he definitely had a security. He definitely had a security team, but I don't think that they were ready for that. I don't think they were ready for that. Like, that was kind of like something that out of left field. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, come on. That's just like someone like I don't think people are thinking about that. I think people are thinking more of close proximity, right? Because when you're thinking of a situation like that, like, that's really hard to protect against. The best way to protect against that situation is just don't go out. Like, you got to do it live stream. You got to do it in. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Every time I come to this park, dude, I'm telling you, it never fails me. It never fails me. Like, I say this probably every single stream that I do out on the street. Bro, if I ever go to the park, there are always people with their dogs, and they always come near me every single time. Like, I don't know why it is. Every single time I stream. Like, right now, there's a chick with her dog, and she put all of her shit bags right there, like right here by me. Like, why? Like, every single time.
Да, да, я потом дальше в Эквадор, а потом я в Перу, а потом я
Like, why do you gotta put it like by me?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
This your spot. This your spot right here.
Yeah, it's nice and sunny.
Nice. I mean, just nice anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not windy right now. Russian dude spotted. What Russian dude? What Russian dude? He needed Secret Service protection. But the thing about Secret Service protection, how do you know if someone needs Secret Service protection? Right? Because first off, to get it, you got to be someone high up, right? You're not a regular citizen's gonna get service like that. So for someone like that, for someone like Charlie Clerk, he would basically have to hire his own. And I'm not talking about just a regular security squad, like a for real like team of like 20, 30 people. And you know how expensive that would be per hour? Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, once again, assassinations don't really happen that much. You know, Dr. King was assassinated too. And people said the same thing, like he needed protection, but also, I think people just think that they can I think most people think that, you know, they can just live their lives and they can go along. But like, when things happen, it's a surprise, and like, you didn't know that was gonna happen, you know? Just like, it was a rapper in Memphis who was at the cookie store. His name was Young Dolph, and he got shot at a cookie store. Of course, he didn't know it was gonna happen at a cookie store, right? But I'm pretty sure if he would have went to some club, or if he would have went to some event at night, right, he probably would have had security with him, okay? He probably would have had multiple people with him. But when he was going to a cookie store in the middle of the daytime, you know, he's probably not thinking. So yeah, you can always say he needed this and he needed that after the fact. But then before the fact, it's like, how do you know this is not overkill, you know?
Come on. Let's go.
My bad, I'm gonna make a real fast. We back in San Francisco. So I'm over here just streaming on YouTube right now. And one thing I always notice that happens to me in San Francisco is if I'm ever out streaming anywhere near grass, people with dogs always come up to me, right? Always, right? And this chick over here with the dog had to come over here and leave her poo right here by me. Like, come on, and then go run away. Like, I do not want your poo by me. And every time I stream, it's the same time, same thing. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do that. Cause I sound like a bitch. Never mind. Are you doing any more international traveling soon? No, I'm good on traveling for now. Even Trump got shot. I forgot about that, but that fool did get shot. I forgot about that, bro. That did happen. Twice, right? Wasn't it twice? Didn't they try to, like, they shoot at him once and they try it again, right? That's what they do. Then get when you least expect it. Of course, it always works when it's least expected, yo. When the guards are down, you know. Yeah, when your guards are down. But with young Dolph, his situation was a little bit different because, so basically he lived in Memphis, and in Memphis, a lot of people don't drive like flashy cars there because, yeah, a lot of people don't drive flashy cars, but Dolph had, I guess he had like 4 or 5 different cars. Like, when I mean different cars, completely different cars, but they all had the same paint job on them. So if you saw one car, you knew it was probably young Dolph, right? So that was kind of a bad thing on his end, because like you could just see the car like far away and be like, oh, that's Dolph. You know what I mean? So like that's not something good that you should do. You know, he didn't have. You see the dude behind him. A lot of people keep saying the dude behind him and then the dude off to the side. A lot of people are saying that, but like, I don't know, like security people, they do those hand motions, they do all sorts of things that, you know, wave at different people over there and look over here, and they also have the earpiece. So I don't know about that. Maybe they're just doing their regular like protocols or whatever. Why aren't you traveling anymore? I'm not traveling because my life has just changed a little bit. Like I just have a car and I'm paying like crazy amounts of rent right now, so I'm not really looking to travel. Once I get rid of a car, then I'll probably start back to traveling. And then I'll move out of my place and then I'll start back to traveling. But right now, like I don't really want to travel. And also, it's quite expensive. Like I have a friend that went to Europe recently. And she was talking about he was talking about how the dollar has like lost like quite a bit of value. So it's quite a bit more expensive. I guess if you're going to Europe. Like I wouldn't really go to Europe. I think I'd probably go to like Southeast Asia. I'd probably go through Europe, you know. Do you ever want to go to China? I wanted to go to China, but like I don't want to go to China like now. You know, like a lot of things have changed in China. Like they've kicked out a lot of their, not kicked out, but a lot of the foreigners have left. And if the foreigners are all leaving, I don't know if that's a place I want to really just go to, you know? If I hear about people moving there because they want to teach English, and they're moving there to do, you know, import-export, or they're doing some sort of trade jobs, then that kind of makes me want to think about going there. But when I don't hear about that, it's like, oh, okay, I don't know if I want to roll over there right now, you know? Southeast Asia, Asian represent great food, and also like it's outdoors. Like, you know, there's beaches, there's nice sunny days. When you go to the north, like Korea, Japan, China, or northern China, the weather's not so great all year round. Southeast Asia, the weather's great all year round. The only problems you're gonna run into with Southeast Asia, I didn't find this big of a deal, but the rainy seasons, right? Because going to like Southeast Asia, like going to Thailand or Indonesia, Philippines, I wouldn't even look at the weather chart. Like I would just book the flight and go. Europe, on the other hand, you know, I'm gonna, you know, think about it more because I gotta dress for the part, right? If you're going to Europe in December, it's gonna be cold. But if you're going to Europe in July, it's gonna be warm, yo. So that's just the difference. With like I say, Southeast Asia, you don't even have to worry about that. You know, you're gonna be wearing short pants and flip-flops all year round. The only difference is the rainy season. And like I said, the rainy season can suck. It can suck, but I didn't think it sucked too bad. And then also with the rainy season, like, I don't know, you have rainy days, you have days that it just rain all day, but then the next day is like nice, right? There was a couple of times I've been to Thailand and it was like in Muson, what is it? Muson, I forget what they call it, monsoon season, right? And bro, I remember it was this one day I was in Bangkok, bro, it literally rained the whole freaking day, bro. Like, I'm talking about like a shower the whole freaking day. And I just loved it. I just post up indoors, you know, drinking cheap beers, talking to, you know, British women, right? I just had a blast, you know, and it wasn't like that like every day, but if it was like that for 5 days, I think I would have still been chill, you know, catch up on some sleep, you know, do something on the internet. And then you can still go out when it's raining. Like, you could just take an Uber, or you can somewhat walk places, right? And also, when it's raining in Southeast Asia, it's not like raining in San Francisco where it's cold and raining. Some days it would rain and it would be kind of like a warm rain. So basically, you just walk with flip-flops on, and then you already got shorts on. Maybe you got a little raincoat, and then you just go where you're going. Or maybe you got an umbrella. A lot of times, maybe you don't want to do an umbrella because it might be windy, but you can still like go places, you know? Like, you can go get a cheap raincoat off the side of the road, because it's Thailand, they sell everything on the side of the road. So you walk in, get you a little raincoat, you know, your feet get wet, but you're not tripping because it's still hot. Everywhere you go, it's hot, you know? Every building you go in, they got the air conditioner on. You know, it's raining, but it's still 85 degrees outside. You know, it's still nice. Did you like Thailand? I love Thailand, okay? I love Thailand. I've been to Thailand like 6 times. That's a country I've been to quite a bit. Yeah, I love Thailand. Thailand is just, oh, it's great. The Thai people are great. I love the Thai food. Lots of vegan options. Really, really easy to be vegan in Thailand. Yeah, I love it. It's also a very easy very easy country for tourists, because it's very accommodating to tourists, like extremely accommodating to tourists. Now, the official language in Thailand is like, it's Thai, right? That's the Thai language. Majority of young people speak English. Yeah, so if you go there, you don't have to worry about learning Thai. You just need to speak English, you know? People speak English good enough. Philippines is another place where people speak English very well. I would say people speak better English in the Philippines than Thailand. But the English in Thailand, yo, it's almost like a lot of people speak English in Thailand. Like, it's very, very popular. It's very easy to get around. Also, Philippines, people speak a lot of English in Philippines because I think that, like, in some of the schools, they teach English, if I'm not mistaken. And then even if they don't teach English in the schools, a lot of young kids learn English in other countries from social media and from watching, like, American TV shows. So, for example, when I went to Macedonia, bro, I would meet people from Macedonia, and they have lived in Macedonia their whole life. Like, they've never been outside of Macedonia. But they sound American, okay? And then I would go to South Africa. Also, Namibia, same exact thing. Like, you would meet kids, not kids, but like, you would meet people, and they're from that country, and they never left the country. But when you talk to them, what's up? But when you talk to them, they sound completely American. And it's like, dang, bro. And it's like, yo, how do you speak English so well? Well, they just grow up watching, like, American TV. And when they grow up watching American TV, they just watch they watch and listen to how people talk. And that's how they learn the language. And they didn't just do this with English. When I was in Macedonia, they didn't just do this with English. They were doing this with English, French, and Spanish. So basically, people knew like 4 languages, and that's how they would learn the language, right? So, and when I was there, this was kind of blowing my mind, because I was thinking, dang, in the US, we sit around and watch American TV all day in English. Over here in this country, they sit around, watch American TV, and they learn English. And I'm thinking, dang, what if we did the same thing, right? What if we like watch like French TV shows just to learn French? Because you can totally learn another language by watching TV shows in that language, especially if you put the closed captions on the bottom. Bro, it's like dope, but like they do this in other countries. And I was just blown away, like how you can learn enough to communicate with me, and I think that you are from my country. Now, don't get me wrong. There are parts of conversation where they don't know English like perfect, right? Like there are certain things that I would say, and then I would figure out that, oh, you say it different, you know? Like there are giveaways. But at the same time, I'm thinking, well, you're this good. And all DOF vehicles were wrapped in military camo. It was his signature on his vehicle, so they knew for sure it was him. Yeah, I know. They I really liked the wrap. That wrap was dope. That was dope. I like the Lamborghini too, and then he had one on the Dodge Durango. It was kind of dope how he had it on just completely different cars, like a Lambo and then a Dodge Durango. Like, how different is a Lambo and a Dodge Durango? Like, should they even be parked at the same house? You know? But you know, down south, that's how they roll. You know, a Dodge Durango. When I think of a Dodge Durango, I think of like a cop car. Or if I think of a Ford Explorer, I think of a cop car, right? No one in San Francisco goes out and buys a Dodge Durango or a Ford Explorer. But down south, Dodge Durango, Ford Explorer, oh, you cool if you got one of them, you know? It's kind of a trip. But they also rock American cars down there too. It's very popular. Jermaine, you're an early bird. I am an early bird. I'm an early bird, and I don't like to stay out that late. I don't like to stay up that late either. But I'm definitely an early bird. For sure, y'all. For sure. They called him Dolph because he looked like a dolphin. Dolphin. That's funny. Cambodia is great. I want to go to Cambodia. So I was actually, when the virus came up, I had a flight going to Vietnam, and it got canceled, basically. And that's how I knew that the whole virus was like real, because when I got the money refunded back, I was like, crap, bro. I'm gonna be stuck here. And that's what happened. I got stuck here, bro. And when I got stuck here, like, you know, life just changed, you know? But that's okay. I'll go back to traveling eventually. Like, it's just not gonna happen like today. But probably next year. Probably next year. You know, one thing I was thinking about is the rise of self-driving cars and what's gonna happen with like a lot of Uber drivers. Like, what's gonna happen to them? Because I know people that they're really concerned about this. They're wondering, like, am I gonna be making money next summer? You know, I just wonder, like, where is it really gonna go? Like, is it really about to take off? Because money's gonna change. And then, have y'all seen DoorDash too? Basically, they come out with this autonomous drone. It's not a drone that flies, but it's this autonomous box that drives on the sidewalk. It can go 20 miles an hour. And, you know, I think a lot of people are laughing at it. They're like, oh, well, this is not gonna work. People are gonna rob it. People are gonna break into it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think in the future, I think in the beginning, that might be a thing. Maybe a couple of them get robbed and broken into. But you also gotta think, they're gonna get caught because this thing has nothing but cameras on it and LiDAR. And, you know, eventually it's probably gonna work, right? Especially in the suburbs. Like, I was watching this DoorDash presentation yesterday. Bro, I'm really surprised with DoorDash, yo. Also, like, I've been on the app too, working this week. Like, I did like 30 deliveries this week on DoorDash. And I'm actually kind of surprised of how the company's growing. And when you look at Uber and you look at DoorDash, on the surface, it's almost like they're the same, right? But no, bro, they're not the same. They're not the same by a mile. And let me give you this breakdown. Uber has spent so much money on defending themselves. They've been fighting different markets. They've been fighting taxi administrations. They've been paying lawyers crazy amounts of money. Then they have to go back and pay drivers all this back money that they didn't pay 5 years ago, and they got these lawyer fees, and then they get kicked out of this other country, and then they get kicked out of this market for 6 months, and then they go back to that market, and then they spend all this money. Like, they just spend money like crazy on legal fees, all right? Constantly. That's the only thing they spend money on, okay? On the flip side, DoorDash ain't playing the same game, okay? Uber is playing this game where, like, they got women being sexually harassed in the car, right? They got men picking up women late at night. Now they gotta have women drivers. Now they got drivers, men drivers saying, oh, we're being discriminated against because all the women are taking the women rides. DoorDash ain't got this problem at all. Think about it. They don't have the commercial insurance problem that Uber has. Like, Uber and DoorDash, like, I'm telling you, DoorDash is like way better. I mean, even look at their stock price. Like, it crashed to like $46, and now that's just like $2.50 right now. Yeah, they actually have a lot of growth potential, yo. I would love for them to take over the post office, because the post office sucks. Like, they don't make any money, they lose money, right? They're so inefficient. Like, they are so inefficient. And don't get me wrong, they could be a lot more efficient, but they don't have any incentive to. When was the last time the post office ever made any innovations? I hear crickets. Like, think about it. They ain't made not one innovation, you know? So I would love for DoorDash to take over the post office, you know? And think about it, in the future, people aren't gonna be mailing letters as much as they were mailing them back in the day, you know? English tough. We all have different sorts of different slang we use in a different way, not in the textbook. Then the different regions have different accents. People who are not from here be struggling. Am I like talking that unclear that y'all don't know what I'm saying? I'll try to talk a little bit more mainstream. Sorry. Do you hear about Lyft taking inventory of autonomous vehicles next year? I did. We'll have to see how that plays out. I think they're gonna get acquired by someone. I don't think Lyft is gonna be a standalone company too much longer. Honestly, Amazon would be. Amazon should acquire Lyft, because if Amazon acquired Lyft, what that could mean is Amazon already owns Zoox. And if Amazon acquired Lyft, now Amazon has Lyft's data. And then Lyft, Zoox, and Amazon, all three could work together. And they could form a bond, okay? So now you have all these Lyft drivers, you know? Now the Lyft drivers could possibly like do like some Amazon work someday, maybe. And then you would also have Zoox. Zoox could also do autonomous deliveries someday in the future. You know how like their businesses can work together. You could take Lyft drivers and you could offer them jobs doing stuff with Amazon, you know, moving stuff in cars. Like, yeah, I think Lyft would be great for Amazon. Also with Amazon, if Amazon really wanted to get down on the 2-hour shipping, if they acquired Lyft, they could have 2-hour shipping in a whole bunch of brand new markets. Think about it. Yeah, you know, the Lyft driver could go to the Amazon hub and pick up packages, and you know, a 2-hour delivery could just be common throughout the U.S. Okay, so that's what I think Lyft should Amazon should acquire Lyft. I think that'd be great. But I don't know, I'm just, you know, a dude that rides bikes in San Francisco, so I mean, that's just me. What's up, Jermaine? How long do you think the shutdown will last? So I put money on the shutdown would last more than 20 days, because you know on Robinhood, you can like bet on different current events. So you can bet money on the government shutdown. So I'm trying to make a bag off this. I know for sure the government shutdown will last more than 20 days. Like it'll probably be like a month, because you got to think the last government shutdown under Trump was like 35 days. So like I put mad money on more than 20 days. And I know I'm gonna win again. I think I'm gonna put more bets on more than 35 days. Because y'all know about that on Robinhood. You can freaking put bets on current events. Bro, you can even bet what the gas prices are gonna be in the US. You can bet like the CPI numbers. You can bet the unemployment numbers. Bro, I'm telling you. Like the betting markets are off the chain right now, dude. I think dope friends with YouTube channels are funny. Oh, that's dope. You on YouTube too? SF9er. SF9er. That's dope. I like your name. I like how you spell it. SF9er. It's like 9 in there, like the number 9. That's super dope. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for like chatting. Like it's fun to sit around and chat with y'all, you know. It is fun. It is fun. It is fun. Yeah, it looks like people are test driving those Teslas over there. I so want to drive a Cybertruck so bad. I think that'd be fun. I want to like experience steer-by-wire because I've never driven a vehicle with steer-by-wire. And I believe some of the new model, no, the Cybertruck has steer-by-wire. I don't know if the other Teslas have it, but basically steer-by-wire is like this new technology where, okay, you know how when you drive a normal car? Well, when you turn the steering wheel, it's actually a tube that's connected to the bottom of the car, and you can feel the steering wheel in your hand when you turn, right? Steer-by-wire, it's the steering wheel is not connected to your hands. Like the steering wheel is connected to your hands, but the bar underneath is, I guess, it's steer-by-wire. So not like this rod that goes underneath. So when you hit a bump, you don't necessarily feel it in the steering wheel like you do with a normal car. You know, you hit a bump in a normal car, you can feel it because the axle bumped, and then the vibration is going through the axle, through the shaft, through the steering wheel shaft, through the steering wheel, and your hand on the steering wheel, so you feel it different. So like I always want to experience a steer-by-wire car, which in the future I think all cars will be steer-by-wire because it's just a more efficient way of building a car nowadays. When do they fly? I don't know when they fly. I don't think it's gonna be a Tesla. I think some other company will perfect that. You know, Tesla can't make everything. There's a couple companies that are talking about these flying taxis over water. But yeah, I don't think that'll be a Tesla thing. I think Tesla already, they got enough going on. How have you been? Long time. I've been good. Just, taking it easy, living life in the city. What do you think? Going to happen when there's a good shutdown? So the government shutdown already happened. I don't know. Probably a bunch of people will get fired. That's just my guess. But I think that Trump is gonna have to. He's gonna have to give in on this one. And the reason why I say that is they just let the stock market go down a little bit. Let the stock market go down a little bit. When the stock market starts to go down, all them rich people that put Trump in office gonna be like, yo, you need to figure this shit out. Like, you need to figure it out. And that's how the left is gonna make Trump tap out. And also, like, Trump can't fuck up things too much because next year is midterms. So if he wants to keep this government shut down, like, keep it going long, well, it's gonna really start to mess him up for the midterms, right? So he's gonna have to tap out of this one. Like, no joke. Like, he's gonna lose this one. The Democrats, they got a strong hold on this one. Like, yeah, I think they're definitely gonna win it. They're gonna get their, what's the bullshit that the Democrats want? They want to give like illegal migrants like health care and all sorts of other stuff that we shouldn't give people that come here illegally, right? I know hella people here that need health care. I know hella homeless people on the street that need help. But yet they want to give money to migrants. Okay. All right. I mean, okay. I feel y'all. You know, y'all don't want to help out the homeless people here. You know, y'all don't want to help out the homeowners that pay property tax and they gotta walk outside their house and see people pissing and shitting on the streets. But yet you want to bring in some more people from another country, you know, that are rude and, you know, they want to do all sorts. Okay, I see. Okay. Yeah, so you saying F the American people. What about the vets, right? What about the people that have fought in these wars that come back with one leg and one arm? You know? Yeah, okay. You want to help out the new people. All right, okay, see. It's kind of messed up, you know. My bad. I don't mean to get too... I know a lot of y'all don't like me when I get too, you know, when I start preaching too much. What do you think about the UK, everything that is happening there? I was wondering your thoughts about this. I'm telling you, yo, I have told people before, and I don't mean to sound like a pessimistic person when I say this, it's over for Europe. I'm sorry to say. I believe it's really over for Europe, okay? It is just, I mean, it is a shit show as we have, I mean, it's like one of the worst shit shows on the planet right now. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh no, it's America. No, it's America because Trump's in office. No. Europe is fucked, bro. Look at their history. They did nothing but fight. Germany got to fight this country got to fight that country, Russia got to bomb this country. Bro, for years, they've did nothing but fight. And it's not going to stop now, okay? It is not going to stop now. Look at Ukraine and Russia. Like, look at throughout their history, they did nothing but fight. They love to fight. They love to fight. They love war, bro. They love it. And it's just not gonna stop. Now you got immigrants taking over Europe. They got immigrants taking over. I'm telling you, the UK, what's gonna happen to the UK, and this is gonna be crazy. In our lifetime, I really believe in our lifetime, we will see Sharia law under the United Kingdom. We will see it. Because the way that things are going, it is going wow, bro. It is going wild. And it's like, they're just giving away their country. It's like, that's crazy. They're just giving it away. You know, some people are pissed. But for the most part, their governments are doing the same thing in the US. You know, instead of helping out the people that's living there, they're helping out the migrants. They're putting them in hotels. Like, I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get the leftist people that will walk over homeless people that live here, that speak English, that they possibly went to high school with. They will walk over them and stand up for migrants. Like, what about the people that have lived here their whole life, bro? I don't know, that's just my bias on it. But Europe's fucked, dude. Like, it is. I don't think the US has got it as bad because we don't have the same wars like Europe has had in the past. You know, I think the US and China are gonna be great in the future. And I think the US and China will work together, right? I know a lot of people are all afraid, oh, China's gonna take over the world, But you know what? China has paved the way. And they're doing a better job than the US, bro. Like, they're paving the way. They're making products cheap, which is causing deflation. And what's wrong with that? You know? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, I get it. Like, yeah, America's not going to be like the superpower, but at the same time, the Brits, they weren't the superpower forever. You know? The Greeks, they wasn't the superpower forever, right? The shit change every once in a while, you know? Do a giveaway, I need $20 for lunch. Someone hit that super chat up. Someone give your homeboy Jermaine $20 for lunch. Yeah, I don't know. I think that we should help out our own people, for sure. We should help out our own people, but that's not what they care about, man. That's not what they care about. Like, how do we live in a society where things get more and more expensive over time? Shouldn't things get cheaper over time? But how do things just constantly get more and more expensive? You know? It's crazy. I am so warm right now. gosh. I think I'm gonna like wrap this stream up. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. It was fun. I'm gonna make a video today too. I need to go drink some water because this sun is baking me. Yes, yes, yes. iPhone 17 worth it. I don't have the iPhone 17. You know, if you come in from a 14, a 13, yeah, it's worth it. I mean, I got a 15, so I would see a difference. But I don't know. I think I'll keep the 15 for another year. I mean, I did pay off the 15, so that's kind of dope. Yes, the shutdown will cause extremely high health insurance. Oh, is that what's going on? I didn't even think about that. So it's gonna screw everyone. Are you still with that girl, bro? No, we broke up a while ago. We're still friends, somewhat. Yeah, we're still friends. Like, I try to be friends with them because I like them, but they kind of make it hard to be friends with them. Let me keep it 100. Just really, they're quite argumentative. But also, they're just like that with everyone. So it's not just me. I just noticed I like that with everyone. They're just like kind of a difficult person to get along with. And of course, I can see it too. I can see it from like multiple angles, you know? It's kind of insane. I don't know if they see it, but like sometimes you don't see the mistakes that you're making, you know? I think I'm gonna hit up the gym after this. I'm gonna hit up the gym. We'll do triceps, we'll do biceps, we'll do quads, and we might do some sort of leg cable thing, you know? How come it takes you forever in a day to respond to comments? What do you mean, comments on a video? I have a hard time responding to comments on a video. I'm just gonna keep it real. Stay on until 3 p.m. You know what? That'd be fun. That'd be fun to stay on at 3 p.m. Like, I would just sit here till 3 p.m., you know? I guess I could, like, I could DoorDash water to me, because I kind of need some water. No, there's a water fountain. I think there's a water fountain. There's definitely one down this way. I thought there was one closer. No, I don't think so. Are you having problems with the payment? Well, yeah, don't trip. Don't trip. Yeah, I brought my camera, so I'll make a video today. I want to make a video today. have you ever heard of I3 Atlas? Is this a robot? I'm just curious. Do you still love, oh, my ex? Oh yeah, for sure. But my ex is so mean to me. But I still love them. Yeah, yes, I still love them. Why are y'all giving me clowns? Sometimes people aren't meant to be around long. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, I can see some truth to that. You say it like that, but yeah, I can see some truth to that. All right, so I'm gonna get off here now because I'm starting to bake in the sun and I need to get some water. I need to change the scenery too, and I gotta pee. So I'll see y'all, okay? Like, comment, subscribe, okay? I love all of y'all. I'll try to stream tomorrow. If not, later today. Cool. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Ow! I haven't heard from Trinity Time Travels. I think I seen her like 2 months downtown in the city. But I love y'all. See y'all later. Ow!